What's going on, everyone? Gabriel Bello here, and we got a special breakdown session we're going to do. We're going to be breaking down the Mandalorian theme song that I recorded, the little quickie thing that I did. But before we get started, you know the deal is YouTube. You got to hit that subscribe button. We are trying to monetize this channel so we can make more videos. And the way we can make more videos and create more awesome content for you is if we're making some money. So please hit that button. Make sure you check out all my stuff here. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so you are seeing the session. This is the entire session. I did this entire thing. I did 95% of it the night before May the 4th. So I think the only thing I had was the recorder. And I think I had this synth and that synth and the taiko drums. So I think this is all that was done before. So we had this. That's it. So that's all there was. So we had the intro recorder, the little bit of synth stuff, and the drums. That's what part of the drums. Drums right here. You know this. So I did the rest of it. All the music that you hear right here, and the video in 5 hours. So I'm going to open up the video in another window here, so we can have that. Come on, Mandalorian. Here it is. So we're going to have that right there so we can. So yeah. So let's walk through this. Let's walk through this whole shebang thing. So let's just do the percussion. And I'm hearing a little bit of a feedback. Hopefully it's not coming through anything else here. So let's do the percussion because there's really not much of it. You know, that's the least amount. Right, not much there. So the cool thing was this double kick thing. After the intro gets going, it adds this other kick. So it gets going a little bit, and you have the taiko. I did 2 different taiko drums. I don't know how you pronounce that actually. And then after the 4 bars, we get. So you can hear that it reinforces it. Dun, 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 dun. And then you have the Celeste and the cymbals, which we have the, where are the, the cymbals don't come until the end. Which I added that just to kind of make a crescendo to the ending. So let's add there's 2 different basses I did. Yeah, so I did just an electric bass and then a synth bass here when it gets going. Which basically just boo. And for that, I use Trillian. So for the taiko drums, let's see, I've got Opus. So I'm using East-West, and let's get both. In fact, let's just add another multi-view here real quick. So let's do 3 views. Yeah, let's do that. That'll work just fine. So let's do me, or let's do the ABC, and let's do screen 1, screen 2, and then let's do the keyboard view right here. So. Okay, so we've got the bass recorder, and I actually was seriously considering buying a bass recorder for this, y'all. I mean, I was this close to spending the $300 on buying a bass recorder, but yeah, it was unnecessary. So that's the let's mute all that. Unmute everybody. So here we got the bass recorder. So that's the bass recorder. We have to use the pitch bend a little bit on that. So we're using that. We're using East-West RA for the recorder. For the taiko drums, we're using Goliath, East-West. So we're using East-West on this. What are we using from Kontakt? I think Kontakt. Oh yeah, that's funny. I just used like for the 2 bars of bass. I loaded Keyscape. Yeah, so we've got Keyscape for the piano, which I recently acquired. I'm a big Spectrasonics fan. So we've got Keyscape, the LA Custom C7 for that. Let's close out. For this, I think this is the strings Symphobia to layer with East-West Orchestra. Come on, open up. All right, so it's working just fine, but for some odd reason it doesn't want to open up that the actual window, but that's Symphobia we're using, and then of course Stylus, one of my favorite Spectrasonics VSTIs, and it looks like there's something happening with this session. There we go. All right. Apparently some stuff needs to be updated. So we got Stylus for the kicks, and of course Trillian for both for the synth bass. Synth bass is Trillian. So the Mini Moog. It's actually a Trilogy patch, which is the original, the older version of Trillian. So, all right. So let's go back. Let's just do the drums and the bass. Drums and the bass. And that's just do 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 do. Just straightforward. There's nothing crazy there until the end. Till the end. All right, but let's get to the fun part. So I wanted to not just sequence it as I've done with some of my other Star Wars covers. I actually really wanted to feature my saxophones and flute, especially with the playing the Mio Flute now with Cannonball. Cannonball. Let's do the whole thing. So let's bring it over here switch it over to the Cannonball artist here. Big fan and grateful to be in one of their artists. And I got this Mio Flute from them that I can't play because I'm recording this super late. And because By Faith Studio is not ready yet, check out By Faith Studio. You can give there in the comments, in the description. So yeah, so I played the flute, played the Mio Flute, and played my Cannonball saxophones. So let's see what that sounds like. And so what I did to mimic the bass recorder is I played the flute. I think I did 2 passes and I pitched them down to give it that natural. So that's that flute. That's a standard C flute, but it's 2 passes and they are pitched down an octave. Now that one, only one of them is pitched an octave lower. And then of course you've got the, I almost did that, just took the mouthpiece, just took the head off of the flute, but I was like, I can do it with the whole thing on there. And then I added the tenor sax because it's got that lower tonality. So let's see what that sounds like. You can barely hear it in there, right? Let's hear just the sax. That's just the tenor sax. Then we have alto and tenor here. Really cool. So let's put hear that last part with the flutes and the saxophones together. There we go. All right, so let's get to the So in that, I had to condense the arrangement, obviously, because I was trying to make this a reel and trying to keep this within a minute, because people's attention spans, they'll listen to 15 seconds, 30 seconds of it, but if they see it's a minute long, they'll listen to the whole thing. But they're like, I don't want to listen to 2 minutes of the Mandalorian theme or 3 minutes of the Mandalorian theme, unless you're a huge Star Wars nerd like me, which we can go back and you see the helmets right there. You see the helmets and the lightsaber display, which that should be in the picture in the description. Anyway, I got to find a way to save this so I don't have to go back and forth. So the second time through the arrangement, which if I pull up the original here somewhere, yeah, there it is. So you've got that trumpet in the upper octave. So I did that on just one pass on the I think the alto. Here it is. To get that upper octave. And when I did it, I originally did not put any brass, any faux brass in there. So let's mute the brass. And so this is what it sounded like originally. But it just didn't have the, it sounds good, but it just needed that extra little bit of, So, well, let's solo the strings real quick before we get to the brass. So So this is an older East-West patch right here that we're using. We're using the old school symphonic orchestra. Yeah, it's not going to be in there. So this is 50-piece strings, I think. Yeah, 50-piece strings, fast, so layered with Symphobia. So anyway, and let's get to the end. So because it's just basically just doubling the bass, within the piano. So you can hear, let's see if we can play this. So it's got good tonality and it sounds good in certain lines, but in other places it kind of falters. One of my favorite things to do is to layer Symphobia with East-West, which I wish I could show you Symphobia, but the plugin the graphic is faltering right now. So that sounds really good, right? It sounds good, right? But let's hear them both together. Sounds nice, right? It just adds that little bit of extra, right? And of course, the piano is just, so that's just so money. Good old Keyscape. I mean, this is just crushing the competition when it comes to piano piano and keyboard samples. I mean, it's just money. Let's just hear the piano and the strings. Let's get the percussion going. I'm waiting for somebody to put a rap to this. Somebody's going to sample this. Ugh. It's just I tell you what, man. So it's a wonderful. This theme is so John Williams worthy. I mean, it's just hype. So we had all that going. Of course, we had the through the guitar, and I just threw a guitar from East West from Goliath in there. I think. Actually, did I actually? Was it Goliath? Let's see. The guitar was like Washburn Live. Oh, it was actually RA. There you go. What do you know? So let's go down to the brass. So I started with. Did I start with the trombone really, or the French horn? Let's see. Well, I guess I did. Oh no, that's the trombone section. I don't know why it has the French. Oh, I think that's just the logo. So I started with the trombones to add with the tenor saxes because it just wasn't. There wasn't enough. So. All right, now let's hear that with the tenor sax. Okay, now let's add it with the French horns. Well, let's do the French horn by itself. See, it just added that extra little bit of something, It's all through it. That's all. And then we added the trumpet just right here, this line. The ba 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 ba. And there you have it, friends. That is the deconstructed Mandalorian theme, the shortened arrangement version. So let's just. So make sure you watch the video, the little video that I made of it. It took, like I said, took a little bit of time. There I am in my sporting my Star Wars nerdiness on full display right here, of course, with Mando having a lightsaber because I don't have the dark saber thing yet because when I last went to Disney, before the world got crazy and Disney went crazy, they didn't have any lightsabers for sale. They had nothing. They were completely out. Thank you, the virus that shall not be named. So, yeah. So I just had to use my lightsaber. And, of course, I think I had Luke's. Actually, well, it's not Luke's. It's actually technically Anakin's lightsaber. But, yeah, watch the reel. Follow me here on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. I'm doing all sorts of cool reels, so follow me on there as well. Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. But this has been, the Mandalorian theme by GabrielBelloMusic. Jesus loves you. So do I. Hope to see you soon. Peace.